For decades, building software meant locking yourself in a dark room and meticulously typing out complex syntax for months on end. But now, large language models handle the tedious logic and raw code generation. A large language model, or LLM, is an artificial intelligence system trained on vast amounts of text and code to understand instructions and generate human-like text or programming scripts. This brings us to a concept known as vibe coding. Instead of writing lines of C++ or Java, the programmer talks to the machine in plain English, guiding the overall vision while the AI acts as the hands on the keyboard. When a massive development cycle is compressed into a single afternoon, the developer's primary job shifts from writing algorithms to curating and directing an AI. That shift has spawned an entirely new kind of event, the Vibe Coding Colosseum. It turns software development from a quiet desk job into a live, competitive spectator sport. Coding is moving into the public eye. In this environment, programming becomes a performance, where your success depends on how precisely you can steer the AI, while an audience watches your every move. The Colosseum operates on a strict protocol. 10 to 15 competitors drop into a live arena, where a surprise theme is announced, and they must build a functioning app on the spot. This animated chart illustrates the brutal timeline they face, exactly 40 minutes. That leaves incredibly narrow slivers of time for setup, writing prompts, and finalizing the build. The gladiators are free to choose their weapons. They use AI agents like Cursor, Lovable, Bolt, or Replit. These are specialized coding environments that integrate AI directly into the workspace, automatically suggesting and applying large blocks of code. There is a strict rule for deployment. To qualify, the finished project must be pushed to a public GitHub repository and accessible via a live public URL. The competitors execute the entire lifecycle of an application, from a blank screen to a live website, in less than an hour. These rules force developers to abandon perfectionism entirely. Raw shipping speed takes priority over perfectly optimized, pristine code. But a 40-minute battle is chaotic because the tools are inherently unreliable. The AI models frequently throw critical errors or hallucinate, meaning they confidently generate code that doesn't actually work. This introduces the required skill of real-time product discovery. Competitors have to figure out what the AI is capable of building while the clock is ticking down. This flowchart models a typical round. If a prompt fails, the gladiator instantly abandons their plan, executing a sharp pivot. These pivots compound quickly, turning a straightforward build into a frantic loop of trial, error, and dozens of detours. Surviving this chaos requires showmanship. The crowd evaluates the aesthetics of the final app, along with the actual entertainment value of watching the developer interact with their AI tools. Winning requires the mental agility to manage AI chaos live, turning a highly stressful debugging session into a compelling spectator event. When the 40-minute buzzer sounds, all development freezes instantly. Unlike traditional hackathons, there is no panel of expert judges examining the underlying algorithmic cleanliness of the software. This network graph illustrates the live voting protocol. The audience holds all the power, scanning dynamic QR codes to cast their decisions in real time. It is a strict one-person, one-vote system. The crowd bases their decisions purely on the app's aesthetic, its public functionality, and the overall vibe of the performance. Conquering the drop earns the victor the grand prize of $100 Canadian in cash and absolute arena glory. The Colosseum shows how the value of a developer is changing. In an environment where AI makes code easy to produce, the ability to direct, pivot, and engage an audience becomes the primary way to win.